Hi, Trucker Trader here, coming at you live from Wisconsin. I just made myself some chicken and Spanish rice and bone broth, and this is pretty much a eat with me. This is not a mukbang. This is kind of like eat with me because while I eat, I'm gonna discuss some of my recent progress, some of my current ambitions, and some of the process that I'm going through. Anyway, so what it comes down to is, as a truck driver, we are we live a sedimentary lifestyle where we pretty much sit all day long. We're under constant stress, needing to deal with deadlines, and we have to deal with schedules and appointments, and things don't always go according to plan, especially when you're dealing with brokers and dispatchers and paperwork, and even lumper fees take time. I mean, they unload the trailer, and then 2 hours later you get a call for the paperwork. So yeah, we live a lifestyle where things are chaotic. Trying to develop a schedule out of this chaos, that's the hard part. Trying to develop a schedule out of this chaos. Anyway, so I have some chicken here that I cooked in my truck. I have some cottage cheese, some sriracha, a little bit of barbecue sauce, and the Spanish rice and bone broth. And this is going to be currently, I think it's like 1 o'clock, 1:30 almost here in Wisconsin. I have a load picking up at 4 p.m. Beautiful day outside here in Wisconsin. I mean, I love Wisconsin. It's one of those places where nature rules. Yeah, and I love nature. I live in Texas myself, so right now it's about 35 degrees Celsius down there. Up here in Wisconsin is 20 degrees Celsius. It's very nice weather up here today. Beautiful blue skies, thick white clouds, dark green trees, dark green grass, clean air. It feels good up here. After this, I'll fuel up, which the fuel up here is, after my discount hits, it's about $3.97 a gallon, which is amazing. The load that I'm picking up is about 42,000 pounds. It picks up at 4 p.m. and it goes down to Arizona. The load that I delivered this morning, I delivered it to this place called Roundy's. It's a distribution center that deals with supermarkets, Kroger and whatnot. I believe it's a Kroger distribution. And the load was peppers coming from Arizona. The load paid pretty good. The load going back down to Arizona, it doesn't pay as good, but I'm looking to get another load coming out of Arizona that pays to make up the difference. I've been on the road now for the past month, and I won't go home until July 3rd. I gotta watch how I eat because my wife says I'm a messy eater. I always drop and spill food. It's probably because I'm always in a rush. I'm always in a rush, and that's probably why I married a Russian. Yeah, my wife's Russian, and I went to Russia. I've been to Russia. I actually met her online on Tinder. I was on that Tinder app, traveling around the country, matching with different types of females from different states, and I matched with her. And at the time, I didn't realize that she was in Russia. I just thought her profile picture was nice. I started talking to her. We struck up a conversation, and it's interesting because her bio said that she wanted someone to practice English with so that she can get better at her English skills. And as we started talking, I realized that this was a good girl, and that she was somebody that shared the same mindset as me, as well as the same morals. And those kinds of morals are more traditional. And I ended up, this was around the COVID shutdowns, where traveling outside of the country was, it was a big deal. I mean, you had to have your COVID vaccine, man, like the certificate that says you've been vaccinated in order to get on the plane to fly internationally. So I had to end up getting my COVID vaccine. I mean, the things we do for love, man. The things we do for love. So rewind back to then. I was working as a company driver. Well, I was working as a 1099 contractor with a company, and I was transitioning into owner operator. So this was like late 2020 when I first started talking to her, into 2021. I got my truck in early 2021, April 2021. I opened up my business, my LLC, and it's called Oh Jesus Co. And that's why you guys see on some of the thumbnails Oh Jesus Co, OGZSCO LLC. It's basically subliminal for like Oh Jesus, like praise the Lord. Most people don't pronounce it correctly. They never understand it, but it's the subliminal part that they're it's the subliminal part that they're how can you say, they are ingesting. They don't even know it. They could be a demon and they're just like, oh Jesus. And they go, oh Jesus. Oh man, look at my arms. I have, so being in the truck, I ended up getting fat. I never used to be fat. I'm 5 foot 9 inch tall. I weigh about 100, and right now, well, last time I weighed myself, it was like 210 pounds. Before I came into trucking, I weighed 160 pounds. I don't like it. My wife don't like it. So that's why now I'm cooking in my truck. And I've been doing this for a while, but it's hard to have a consistent habit in the world of trucking because it's chaotic. So I had to develop the discipline, and over time, it took me a while. I was never really a disciplined person. I was just more of a chaotic person myself, doing as thou did, through feelings, like emotions, like intuition and imagination. And so now yeah. So anyway, back to the story. I hate to digress, but back to the story. I just noticed that my arms they're just looking a little flabby. Got to get out and do more push-ups. Um, I'm thinking that even if you do work out without the right diet, it's not going to matter. Not to get too personal and share a lot of my personal things with you guys, because really, I noticed that I am at the beginning stages of a YouTube. I'm not an influencer or anything like that. I'm just pretty much making my mark in YouTube, kind of look back on these videos over the years, see where I was, because I'm progressing. it's a process. I am progressing. I'm an ambitious person. I turned 40 this year in October, but I'm extremely ambitious, and I continue to move. I am not a quitter. I don't give up on things. And uh, not to digress again, but rewind back to how I met my wife. I ended up going to Russia the first time in like 2021, and it was quite the experience, you guys. I tell you, flying to Russia, I had to. Well, when I first flew to Russia, I was able to fly out of New York into Moscow, and from Moscow, I was able to go to her village, which is all the way far east Russia, which is closer to Japan. Now, at the time, she was living in the city of Vladivostok, and you know, but she comes from a small village called Anuchina, and this is north of the city, about 3 hours out. And yeah, what an experience that was, guys! I tell you. So anyway, I have this small town, or this village girl that I'm really into. I go to meet her. When I go to meet her, she's everything that I thought she was. I mean, great. Uh, she was very very warm, very loving, and just matched me perfectly. So when she took me to her village for the first time, I got to meet her parents, which her parents are great people. I mean, they're very caring, very loving. And her dad, he's more of like an outdoorsman. His expertise is in the forest. He can go out into the forest and he can forage. He can hunt. I mean, he can makeshift things. He's he's getting up there in age, like around like 60 years old, but the guy is just a killer. He's great. The mom, she is energetic. She's like bouncing off the wall. Like she has so much energy. I mean, but she is also like an outdoorsman as well, and she dives. Um, they go camping. They She dives for seafood. I mean, the experiences over the years have accumulated now. Where I've been to Russia 5 times over the past 2021, over the past 5 years. I've been to Russia every year. Up to I went to Russia 2 times in one year as well, but I haven't been to Russia in a couple of years, or maybe a year and a half or so. Uh, the process was go to Russia, see if I like the girl. If I do, come back, start working on the process of immigrating her to America, which we successfully did. And in May of last year, she moved to America. I ended up getting my first apartment with her, and because at that time I was living out of my truck. When I started truck driving back in 2018. I went hard into truck driving. I lived in the truck, and I went from like basically working part time job to truck driving, and yeah, I was all in. So my first apartment. It's because as the years went on, I was living out my dreams, and I was just sleeping on couches, sleeping basically anywhere there was a free bed, and in pursuit of my dreams. So I had great friends, great network behind me that supported me and that cared for me, and I always think that and cherish them for that, because without them, I wouldn't be. I mean, I'm the one that puts in the work, right? But still, without them, I wouldn't have lived the life that I wanted. That's the important thing, is I lived a life of my design, and it didn't pan out the way that I designed it. But hey, like I said, I'm not a quitter and I'm not a complainer. We fall down, we get back up again. But anyway, she moved here to America in May. Before that, I was going there I got to experience camping with them. We were out in the ocean. The ocean over there is so nice. The water's cold. It's deep. You don't have to worry about sharks because I'm always worried about sharks. And I've had great experiences over the years. Even just to get her father's blessing to, ask her for like to marry me once we got to that step. He takes me out into the woods and he sets up a small target, which is a coin. And I mean, it's like the size of a quarter. And we step back, I don't know, some distance. Me, I like guns. I have a few guns of my own, but I'm not a killer. I'm not someone that's looking to use the guns. I actually avoid any type of dispute or any type of, if someone wants to fight me, I'm looking to escape. I'm not looking to stand up because I honestly, when it comes to fighting, it's a it's one of those things where it's like if I have to fight, which how do you know if you have to fight? Well, if you're backed into a corner and there's nowhere else to go, that's how you know. And if there's a way out, take that way out. Especially now at my age, I've had multiple injuries. I am not looking to step on anybody's toes. And, that's the good thing about America. There's plenty of space for all of us to do our thing. But he took me out. We had a rifle, like a little 22 rifle. And he told me hit that target and I have his blessing. how how traditional, man. Amazing. With them, I've had experiences I've never had in my entire life. Eating exotic foods. I mean, just camping alone. I've never been camping before. They took me camping, and they don't do the, RV pull up to an RV spot and camp. I mean, they have tents that they set up with cookware. We had drinks. We were drinking, laughing, having a great old time eating food, going to get our food from the ocean. I mean, I've been on a boat there with another friend that I met while on my way there on the airplane. Max. Shout out to Max. Max and Julia. Great people, I tell you. Russians, they really are nice people. And Russia it's a nice place. I gotta say, it's a nice place. I've never had any troubles going through the process of getting into the country or anything like that. Never had any problems. It's probably just because of my demeanor. Non-threatening. I come off as non-threatening. I try to de-escalate situations as best as possible. I try to be prepared. Stay prepared. I'm one of those types of guys that's 24/7, man. I'll be on it. If you put me on it, I'll be on it 24/7. So committed. And yeah, anyway, so I got his blessing, married his daughter. We got married in Russia back in 2022, August of 2022. And what a beautiful moment. I never thought in my life I would be married. I was always telling myself I'm never going to get married because I never had any stability in my life. I say for the young men out there, just know that as you grow, you change. Your mindset changes, your body changes, everything changes. So to think that who you are today is going to remain the same, you're young, you're youthful, enjoy it, you bounce back easily. But as you get older, it doesn't stay the same. So yeah, I have my home time coming up July 3rd. I'm looking forward to getting home. It's been at that point it's been 6 weeks out on the road, and oh, A couple weeks ago, I was getting burnt out, but now I feel good because I know that I only have about 2 weeks left. I'd say on this tour, everything's been going pretty well. On the last tour, I had a breakdown that I had to head back to Texas to fix. But this tour, the truck's been running good. We got the problem solved. Couple little small minor issues like the exhaust pipe. I had to wrap it some what is it called? Some like exhaust something that you get from the AutoZone. It's like exhaust something. I think it's called exhaust tape. Wrap that around it. We've been good, but when I get back, I'm gonna have to replace that part. Right now, I'm trying to plan a trip back to Russia in August, but with trucking, the past few years have not gone good. So during this time that it seems to be decent, I'm doing catching up. I'm playing catch up. I've also been trading. I told you guys why my name Trucker Trader, because I like to trade SPX zero data expiration options. Man, what it's so rewarding, but it's also so hard. You have to have a system. Okay, you have to have rules. You got to follow those rules. You got to be within your system, and that's how you make money. Anything other than that is gambling. So if you're thinking about doing day trading or options trading, get your system. Today I woke up. It was 8:30 a.m. And I remember yesterday we just had the FOMC meeting with the Fed chair, Kevin Warsh, and he brought some uncertainty to the markets. No forward guidance and whatnot. Well, yesterday I missed out on a big move, and it was basically like $13,000 move yesterday. But I'm a small account. I had I added money to my account June 4th to take advantage of the PDT trading rule, and quickly I turned that from 2,500 to 5,500, and then I withdrew that money back to 2,500, and then the first day trading I lose 500, so it was at 2,000 at the beginning of the week, and then I just made you know I just made trades within my system, and today it's up to 37.50. I ended up making $750 today, or $795. I ended up making $775 today. Just quick trade, like in and out within 10 minutes, and that's what I love about trading is that it's basically my next step. I'm gonna become a professional trader. It's hard. They say 90% of traders actually fail, but if 90% fails and 10% succeed, that tells me that it's possible. And me being me, a no quitter, I'm not a quitter. I fall down, I get back up again, I try. I know that I will succeed because I will never give up. I will never, ever, ever give up. I don't care how, I don't care what happens, I'll never give up. Okay, I always think that things are going to work out. My optimism moves me forward. It's fuel. This is fuel for my body. The optimism is fuel for my mind. And yeah, today I made $775. I woke up because I ended up working last night, and I got done this morning. So I slept probably about 3 hours, which means I went to bed about 5 a.m. Woke up at 8:30 and ended up taking like a 10-minute trade. Went right back to bed. I tell you, made $775 and then went back to bed. You know, this video had no direction. I really didn't know what I was going to talk about when I started. I just started talking. I feel like I'm talking to hopefully some good people. I know there's bad people out there. I'm not too naive to think that everybody's good. Everybody's capable of good. But that was a good meal. And now I have to fuel up and get ready to go pick up my next load, which, like I said, goes down to Arizona. Lately, I haven't been doing the YouTube because it's been a lot of work. I'm kind of tired. I'm not gonna lie. No, I am gonna lie. I am not tired because I got my rest. But what I'm saying is that I'm tired of the same old thing every day. Like, I've been out here for 4 weeks, for a whole month in this trucking, and I'm getting sick of it. I want to go home. Okay, I got a BMX bike now. I'll show you guys my BMX bike. Now I have a BMX bike. Okay, I want to get in shape. I want to get some definition in my arms. I know that it starts with the nutrition first, because eating truck stop fast food and eating fast food at my age is not going to equate to anything. I can work out as much as I want, but if I'm eating crap, then that's not good. I got myself a digital scale to weigh out my goods, like any of my condiments or blueberries. I love blueberries, by the way. Um, Anything like that. Okay. I've been cooking up whole foods in my truck. I've been eating good, and I recommend to any trucker out there who is struggling with lifestyle changes, don't give up. Start out and don't give up. I mean, it's going to be hard. It takes me a long time to finally get it. Last year, my wife came out with me on the road for 3 months. She was cooking for me. Everything was whole food. Everything was delicious. Everything was simple, low calorie, low carb, and it was nutritious. And from then, I started doing push-ups every day. I started to, take everything seriously. But as soon as she got off the truck, as soon as she left, went back home, I kind of slacked off into my old ways again. And then I got injured in November. I got hit by the pickup truck while riding my electric scooter. And that situation caused me to spiral down even more. And only recently have I felt like I have healed up from that, because I didn't go to the hospital. I don't have insurance or anything like that. I didn't go to the hospital. The cop said that I was at fault. I don't know how. I was riding my electric scooter on the sidewalk. I think it has to do with the motors, the electric motors in the electric scooters. It's treated as like a auto accident. I don't know. I didn't look into it. Okay. I'm not looking to take advantage of people. I'm looking to earn my way in this life and do it the way that I find value in. Okay. I'm not looking to sue anybody. I'm not looking to stab anyone in the back. I'm looking to just do what I do and do it well. So I'm finally back on it, finally back into the swing of things. And for the past month, I came out, I did a body report before I came out, just to talk about like my fat content and all that stuff. Because I wanted to see where I was, what I weighed. I bought this like home scale that you put your hands on it. It sends like electrical impulses through the body so that it can determine this type of stuff. And I got a full body report. I know where I stand. So I came back out with that in mind to change. We're going to go back home. We're going to stand on that scale again. We're going to get that body report. We're going to see what changed and see what we can do to improve. Eventually, I will be back in shape, riding shape, and I'll ride. And then one thing that I want to do, which is a big goal, I'm going to keep it a surprise, but it's going to be pretty amazing. If I can work my way up to that, not if, when I work my way up to that, it'll be amazing. So yeah, guys, I got to go. It's already been 30 minutes. Listen, if you made it this far, you are a true champion and you do not give up. You deserve everything in life if you made it this far in this video. Look, Truck or Trader out. I got to go. I got to go pick up this next load. Hey, thanks for having a meal with me, spending time with me, having a meal with me. And I'll see you next time. Maybe I'll see you out on the road. Later.